Hey, but let's talk about two conflicting things that Donald Trump has going on inside his head, and both of them are linked to his malignant narcissism. Because how is it, on the one hand, he can say prior to the election, you should not vote for Harris because, by golly, she's going to have your kids in an overseas war in a country you've never heard of. And I'm not going to do that because, you know what? I am the peace president. You know what? He even said Obama was going to do this at one point. Then on the next hand, he says, well, you know what? I have to do this because probably it's the right thing to do, even though he's claimed just recently, I'm not going to send troops overseas, by the way, or on land. You should not believe one word of it. So how is it that Donald Trump can do this from his own psychopathy? And you know what? If you truly want to understand how pathological Donald Trump is, please get electronic version of the book for less than the price of a cup of coffee. Anyway, let's talk about why, from his point of view, those two things make perfect sense. Well, the first is, of course, his fake grandiosity. Look at me, I'm gold, I'm intelligent, I mean, his White House is getting more gold by the day. I mean, look at this. I mean, this is from when the Japanese prime minister was visiting. I mean, it's like living in Caesar's palace, right? Which, of course, is what he wants. So he says that because of his fake grandiosity, very high IQ. I know about war than my generals. He needs this, otherwise he suffers. He needs that narcissistic supply, right? He needs that, otherwise he suffers narcissistic injury. But then on the other hand, he says, I'm going to be the peace president. Why does he say that? Because he sees with envy about particular Obama. Remember, Obama mocked him at the White House Correspondents' Dinner, and also, which he's never forgotten, by the way, he cannot let that go. He is extremely jealous of Obama. He dresses well, he's clearly intelligent, high IQ. People respect him, all the things that Donald Trump deep down knows he hasn't got. And more importantly, Obama had the audacity to win the Nobel Peace Prize, which is why on the one hand he says, I'm going to start a war, and on the other hand says, well, you know what? I want the Nobel Peace Prize for ending 8 wars, or whatever shit he made up. That's why his pathology forces him to do two contradicting things, because each one requires to be fed its own individual narcissistic supply. The first one being, you know what, I can go to war, I know more than my generals because I'm a tough guy, and look at me with my gold face. And the second one is he sees with envy, therefore someone's got something he doesn't have, and therefore he wants it too. That's basically it. Anyway, if you truly want to understand all this, please get electronic version of the book for less than the price of a cup of coffee. You'll become a Trump whisperer, and more importantly, you too will be on the right side of history.